Okay. I messed up green too. I'm pissed. Alright. Shut up, Poppy. You know what doesn't make sense to me? Religion. Maybe it's because I'm an atheist and I have a personal bias towards laughing at people who are so focused on making people believe something they never will that it just makes me laugh. They're such an idiot for that. Or maybe it's because I'm just like a dumbass. Yes, I fixed the lighting thing, so I probably will be making a video on Project Playtime. If it's not. And I'll be confused at myself. I got a text. Oh. I finally figured out my course selection. That's the wrong way. So, basically, I'm very confused because last year in 7th grade, we went over a unit on the 5 most historically important religions in the world: Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, and Hinduism.
Sorry. I didn't
Basically
mean
in
to
that
scare
order.
you. I was just trying to
So,
get the
shut
power
up,
back
Poppy.
on.
I'm trying to do something
Here.
too. Speak. Shut up.
I
I
wanted to thank you
forgot
for
you clapped.
freeing me. I was stuck in there for so long.
So, basically, what we're going to do...
There's a train station nearby. It needs a code, and I have it. We're gonna get out of here. As soon as you get on up here.
So basically, the first one I would like to complain about is probably the one that will get me canceled the hardest. Judaism.
Hey, I'm up here.
Being a German and all.
I see you.
I am definitely not I'm not pro-Israel or Palestine. In fact, I'm against both of them. Because they're fighting over a single city, which is bullshit. We're gonna fight over something that doesn't revolve around... What the hell? Could not care less.
Listen, I'm going to need you to trust me.
Clean. So, basically, we're taking a Judaism unit, and I start to get into my dark humor sense when we start watching a video about Judaism. To which I promptly ignored the entire video and just thought of what I would do when I got home that day. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really care for the Judaism unit. Probably my least cared about unit other than Buddhism, because why would you give away something? You're giving away the opportunity to go on a jet ski just so you can have inner peace? Like, you're stupid. Hello, mommy. Shut the fuck up. I don't care.
It's been so long. Isn't this exciting?
You are pinker than cotton candy. Anyway,
Very exciting.
I don't really have anything to
Mommy.
complain about when it comes to Judaism, other than the fact that it's the precursor to my least favorite religion, Christianity. I have nothing against people who are Christian, but it's like the religion idea.
Why don't we make a game out of it? The game station is still working. It will be
This
just
is simple.
like old times.
Why would you
And if you win all
believe that there's a higher power when you have no idea how he was created? I brought this up in my video that was made after videos. Can you shut the f up?
Head to musical memory, and Mommy will get things started. Obey the rules, or I'll tear you apart and
and eat your insides while you're still alive. Yeah, good luck with that one, jackass. Anyway, back to this. So, light volume! Nice. Anyway.
Kids, welcome to the game station.
So shut up, Stella
I'm
Gribber.
Stella,
Anyway,
and we've got three
I didn't really have
super
anything
duper
to
fun
complain about
games to play.
other than
These
Judaism
little
as precursor
tests
to
show us
Christianity.
just how crazy strong and
My
smart
most
you are.
argued with religion.
Follow Mommy Longlegs down the
And of
stairs,
course,
and we'll start by playing musical
Christianity
memory.
is Christian.
See you in a bit.
It's the most popular religion in the world, which means it's overrated as hell. No. It's like Christianity is probably one of the dumbest religions because it's just Judaism except with Jesus. And also, people seem to believe it more. Maybe it's because they won't be in contact. Maybe it's because they won't be in consistent conflict with the Arab world if they believe in that religion. But, like, also... Oh, though? Anyway, back to Christianity. Christianity is probably the most ridiculous religion. I'm fine with Christianity. What I'm not fine with is the amount of people that are Christian that are so deeply devoted to it that they won't believe a single other thing. Like, if you say anything against Christianity, they'll say you're going to hell for all eternity. Like, bro, if I make a joke, the world ain't gonna fucking end. Chill. I didn't even know I could do that fast. Open sesame. Thank you. Christianity is basically just Judaism with Jesus and jackasses. It's the 3 J's of religion. Judaism with Jesus, and jackasses. That's all it is. Fine. Hello? Fine. Fine, I'll go around the wall. Oh my god. I didn't need to go that way. Hold on. So, I'm gonna get myself situated. That's Christianity. This is the backstory of Christianity in a nutshell. And I'm gonna do the one thing that no one should ever do in all of human history, which is agree with Jaden Animations on a controversial topic. I'm gonna say it. She's right. Jesus just decided to be a little pussy. And once he, by the way, he's a spoiled brat, and his dad, according to the Bible, he is omnipotent. He could have made his son invincible, so he couldn't be crucified. But he didn't. So really, who's the jackass here? So when Jesus gets crucified, he just goes crying back to his dad above the clouds, saying, "Wah, I couldn't fight the humans."
towards you.
Oh no,
When you
can
complete
you
a color
help me and
pattern
maybe
correctly,
smite a few of them?
Funzo will
Oh,
rise
tell my mom to spread the word about how I was totally
put
brought
a
back.
pattern incorrectly,
We still have no evidence that he
Funzo
was
will
brought back
lower
because
towards you
we have no
faster. If Funzo
Roman
reaches
knowledge
you, your test is
that
over.
he was
The
found.
test will become more
We just see
difficult
that his
as it
coffin
continues,
was
with
empty
longer
3 days
patterns
after
in
he was
quicker
crucified.
succession.
So what happened
That's
to
all.
him?
Good luck.
Well, there are two options. Either he was
Oh,
taken.
isn't it amazing?
Shut up.
Mommy hasn't seen the place up and running in years. Mommy can only imagine how excited Bunzo
Like,
must be. It's been such a long time since he's been able to play, to cheer, to eat.
What
That's
am I
the
thinking
dinner bell.
about?
Good
Good
luck.
luck.
piss off, Bunzo. I can't see the colors. What the? Hold on. I can't see the colors. Anyway, just talk about Christianity. He goes wandering back to his dad, and then like a 1,000 years later, he finally comes with the perfect revenge for having his son killed for no fucking reason. It's just like what happens is he dies, and then it's like 1,000 years later, the Black Plague shows up, and the bubonic plague show up, and God's just like, this is the perfect revenge for what you've done to my son. Like, bro, we don't care. It's been way too long. You could have just smited all of us right then and there. Like, why didn't he do anything? He could have come back. He could have come to Earth and been like, bro, don't do that. He's my son. And everyone would have been like, oh, okay. Because let's be honest, you're not going to fight with with your creator. You're not going to argue with an omnipotent being. But basically, it's just like, you're saying that he was brought back, he died for our sins. No, God sent his son down to Earth because he was sick and tired of his bullshit and his complaining. Spoiled brat he is. Anyway, I'm not gonna completely shit on all of the Western religions. Islam, you're next. And, boy, do I have things to say about you. Number one, why are you so much against Jews? Okay, let's be honest. Let's be honest here, Islam. You're either you're either against Jews or you're for Jews. You're either against Hitler or for Hitler. If you're against Jews, you're for Hitler, and if you're for Jews, you're against Hitler. If you're anti-Semitic in any way, shape, or form, then go f yourself. If you're going to hate on a single religion, don't shit on the one that has been completely cyberbullied for years on end. Okay, this. Yeah, if you're gonna shit on a religion, don't shit on the one that has been around for longer than you, and don't shit on the one that's like right next to you and is supported by the strongest country in the world. At the very least, Palestine. Don't fuck with Israel. Also, there's so many different branches of Islam. You could call it the U.S. government. Like, I get it. There's different forms of believing in Allah, Allahu Akbar, but like, you don't have to continuously fight each other about your own religion. The only reason that the Christians had crusades were because another religious group was captive of their holy city. So, that makes sense. Probably why Israel and Palestine hate each other, actually. Shit. Anyway, speaking of Allahu Akbar, our next point is why are so many terrorist organizations Islamic? Do you all just have an addiction to bombs or something? Like, I get it, a calculator in your country is a C4, but the Middle East is not a nuclear power plant. Stop using them. It's absurd the amount of things have happened to America and the Western world in general because of the Arab world. The Middle East just does not like America in the slightest because we support Israel. 9/11 was all because we supported a nation across the Atlantic, across the Mediterranean, in a little part of the world that we like to call the Holy Land when it's really not even close. So why do you all hate us when you could just hate people who came up with the idea for that land? If you want to know who came up with the idea for Israel, it was Britain. They were the ones that gave Israel and Palestine separate nations. The Gaza Strip is separated from the West Bank because of Britain. Blame Britain, not America. Don't blow up the Twin Towers. Blow up Buckingham. Nah. But don't do that. Just stop doing that. Just stop blowing things up. We get it. It's hot back there, but you don't need to keep burning things. Also, most of the Arab world is desert. Why do you all have such an obsession with being in areas where you burn alive? Also, the backstory of Islam is the most recent one out of the 5 religions we learned. Muhammad just one day got exiled for saying all of your gods are fake. And then all of a sudden God comes up with the fucking scripture and it's like, this is what actually happens up in the world. And then all of a sudden, boom, new religion. Like, bruh, that doesn't make sense. That's not how that works. Not to mention that Arabic is the second hardest language in the world to learn. I don't care what anyone says. Mandarin Chinese doesn't compare to Arabic, which has words that literally change on a whim. The letters can change complete shape based on where they are in a word. At least Chinese has the audacity to not do that. At least English makes sense. There's 26 concurrent letters that do not change. Sure, there can be accent symbols, but that's only if it's originated from a different language. Arabic, however, is just complete gibberish if you speak any language other than Hebrew. I guess kind of like one of the 5 trillion Indian languages. Or Turkic. Makes sense. Anyway, we're done complaining about them. Hinduism. Yeah, no. Hinduism is Hinduism. It's the oldest religion to ever exist. It's the strangest religion to ever exist. And, you know, no one really likes it. I mean, I have nothing against it. Like most religions, I have nothing against Hinduism. But it's like, why? Why are you here? You've been around for so long that it's like you shouldn't exist. And yes, I am going to do something I've never done. Like, Hinduism's the oldest religion, and it's probably the biggest BS I've seen in a while. Because it's just like, Indo-Iranians or like European Iranians just came in out of nowhere from Europe and the Middle East into the Indian subcontinent and just wrote some scriptures, and then boom, they're adopted as the writings of a new religion. Like, does that make any sense? I wouldn't buy that even if I was raised to believe it. It's so confusing. You couldn't pay me to believe in those scriptures, because they just showed up out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden, oh my god, they're the scriptures of rebirth. Oh my god, they're the greatest thing to ever fucking exist. Like, bruh, you don't know where they came from. They could be ridden with disease. Alright. Don't do that. I don't really have many complaints about Hinduism, other than the fact that it's bullshit. But then there's Buddhism. You could not convince me to give up my Nintendo Switch if I was forced to against my will. I mean, maybe if I was, like, being shot at and I had to, or else I'd die. But, like, giving up your belongings in life for inner peace because some guy in fucking, like, southeastern China, I think it was, either that or Tibet, just went under a tree and meditated for a few hours. Like, bruh. I need some real proof that I can find inner peace by giving up my iPhone 15. Maybe if I got my money back, but like... Oh yeah, you gotta give up your money too. You have to give up everything, live in poverty, and then just be like, I will now have inner peace for the rest of time. Like, bro, that's not how it works. See, me personally, I'm an atheist. And in the words of Technoblade, rest in peace to the true blood god. I'm an atheist, but when God sends me to hell, I want him to hesitate a bit, you know? Which is possibly the greatest quote anyone has ever said, ever in all of human existence. You couldn't convince me that God exists, but if you somehow managed to, then I think I would have to give you money. Because like with many things, saying that because God did it is, like, people say, how did the Big Bang happen? It didn't just come out of nowhere. To which I promptly respond with, then what happened? How did God get made? Because he had to come from somewhere, didn't he? He couldn't have just spawned, because two atoms can't spawn, God can't spawn, huh? That's how it works, right? If you're any religion, just don't argue with me in the comments, because I am a brick wall. My opinions, like, I am Dante and my speech is law, like, it's... I'm a brick wall. When you try to argue with me, it will never work. But, like, also, I respect your complete opinion. You can try and, like, debate me in the comments, but don't argue with me, like, saying, like, rude things. Because all you're doing is proving to me that you have no true voice in your opinions, and it's just pure insults until sheer force of will forces him to give in. That's all you're telling me there. I jumped over it. Like, you can't... If you're going to say something in the comments, the one thing I don't want people saying is, Jesus loves you. Like, I see that all the time in comment sections across everything in all of the YouTube's existence. Like, no, his ass don't. If Jesus loved me, he wouldn't have killed 2 of my grandparents. Alright? So, shut up. Like, okay. I'm really just, like, tired of recording, because I need to do other things. Like, record my first fully edited video, which I keep plugging, but I haven't finished yet, because it's, like, it takes time to do that shit. So, yeah. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm leaving.